Hello and welcome to this first video of the playthrough Platinum Guide of Final Fantasy III Pixel Remaster. So when you start picking names, it doesn't really matter what you choose because it doesn't really have any. On the NES version there was some names initially put there, but there isn't really given any, so you just pick random or pick the names you choose or that you like, and then start the game. Into the silence of the Golgons, the tremors tore the land asunder, the crystal sources of the world like were swallowed into the depth. Monsters emerged from the champs. Yet there was nothing compared to the catastrophe to come. I can't. Something fathomless, ominous, and leaden sorrow looms in the horizon, but hope yet lingers. 4 souls will be blessed with the power of light, and so it shall begin. 4 orphaned youth raised by the Topapa in the rural village of Ura were out to test their mettle. They came across the cave of the very same that formed of the crystals were lost to the earth. The very same, maybe. What started as a simple game of exploration became so much more. Ah! Ouch! Looks like we fell through the sinkhole. Now what do we do? Are you sure this is a good idea? Maybe we can climb out. You wanted to go exploring. Don't be such a scaredy cat. Hey, quit scabbling, you two. We need to find a way out of here. So they start looking around. Maybe this way. And we wind up into our very first battle automatically against some goblins. So just attack them with normal attacks. You can't really do nothing else. What were those monsters doing here? We're in way over our heads. Let's get out as fast as possible. And then you get indication of buttons, and then you have these 2 chests to our left and to our right. Huh? What is it? There's something strange about that rock. Now that you mention it. So examine the rock, interact with it, and the wall to the next area opens up. So now we can go open this chest that contains a leather shield. Kind of same as the other one, and some long swords that I took previous. And here on the left side we have an Antarctic wind, which is an item. And then we run into these enemies. Carbuncle, Blue Wisp, and Fang. So make sure you get those into your bestiarity before you leave this area. You might run across 1 or 2 of these, or just I guess maybe 1 of each. It's all very random. I got all of them at the same time. But it shouldn't be any problem. Keep look out on your health, and if it gets too low, just take a potion. And when you're done with the battle, you can just move on and open the chest, and it contains a potion. Head on up north, and then turn right towards this spring. Look, a spring! Yeah, but what does it have an odd color? Let's take a sip. I'm not too sure about this. And walk out And the party drinks from the wellspring, interact, and wow, I feel revitalized. HP and MP restored, and KO'd allies revived. So up here we have another Antarctic wind. So if you are low on health and stuff like that, go to the spring and everybody is revived. In this chest we have another potion, and then continue to the left and head out the door. And we wind up in the wind crystal. When you go inside, what's going on? A malicious force attacks the party. 4 sets of ice. And we meet our first boss, the land turtle. And it's not really that difficult. Just a couple of rounds of attacking and it should be over and done with. But he can do some heavy damage to your character, so just keep an eye out if your health gets too low. But it shouldn't really be any problems. I'm gonna give him some potion, if he even gets a chance to take it before it's defeated. And luckily I was able to take it. But yeah, you can press square and it will do the same attack as the previous round. Or you can just press attack or whatever, and there it goes. You can't really use anything else at this point. Save some of the stuff that you found to when you absolutely need it. And we get a little cutscene showing the crystal. So walk up to the crystal and interact with it. The crystal shines brightly. You 4 have been chosen. Whoa, the crystal is talking. I give upon you the last of my light, and with it the last hope of our fading world. As things stand, light will soon disappear and the balance of the world will be destroyed. Accept the light into your hearts and the crystal will grant you unimaginable strength. You have been chosen to be the bearers of our final chance at hope. You cannot allow light to fade from the world. The party is enveloped in a bright light. Dun dun dun! We have the power! Within the light, the will of the crystal surged through them. They decided to accept their destiny. And so began a journey to dispel the darkness and return light to the world. And if you played Final Fantasy 12 or 13 or something, you might recognize the tune in the background. The young heroes received the crystal's power. I think it's more on the menu of Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age, if I am not mistaken. And with it the world lasts light of hope. Warrior, monk, white mage, black mage and red mage jobs are now available. So that's good. Step upon the magic sigil to be transported to the surface. Embrace your destiny, warriors of light. And we get our trophy. The crystal glows softly. See if I can get some life back. Warriors of Light, only you can restore hope of the world, for yours is the light that can balance. HP and MP restored, KO'd allies revived. So that's good. Interact with the crystal to revive any fallen allies and restore your HP and MP. And now you're free to choose whatever you want as your jobs. I'm gonna choose warrior, and then monk for Riley, and then my third character, let's see, we get a white mage, and then the fourth one will be a black mage. But you can have 2 monks, you can have 2 white mages, or onion knight. It's up to you to play around and pick whatever you want. When you're done, head on out of the cave and to the surface. However, once outside, we're going to head back in because we still have a bunch of treasure and stuff to pick up. So walk down and head to your right for a secret passage and a chest that contains 1000 gils times 2 in each of them. 1000 gil in each one. Walk back and head south down the stairs into B2. Then open the chests in here, contains bronze braziers, nunchaku for the monk, and a longsword for I guess the warrior, and then the item sleep. The little pit there in the middle is if you want to redo the intro or something like that. And there we go, chest 14 of 14. So now we can head on out. So head south into the village of You can talk to the townspeople a little bit, and then we can head right, talk to this lady that grants us to walk into the well and collect the potions that she has stocked there in the bottom of the well or whatever. So 3 potions in the chests down here. Then we can head back out of the well and into the inn, and then we can walk into the door here and interact with one of the urns on the right side and receive a potion hidden there. And we can rest if we so choose, and here the right urn has a potion in it. And then we can head back outside and walk around to the right side towards this girl in the flowering field, wait for her to move, and then you can find a potion in the tall grass behind her. Head back down and around past this guy in beard, and he will just warn you that there is enemies ahead, and rightfully so. We encounter some goblins on this path. So it's only enemies up here that can randomly spawn in, but head towards the blue house and down and receive a potion, and then we can head inside. And here in the lower jar we find an antidote, and towards the top section an antidote. And if we speak to him, he tells us we can interact with the furthest fire or whatever it's called on the right to open a secret passage. So we do, and we follow it upstairs, and we receive another longsword, leather armor, a cure spell, dagger and some more leather armor. And then we can head back down and walk back outside. And then we can head back towards the center of the village. You'll probably encounter some more enemies. And then we can do some shopping. Not that it's necessary, because we do receive a lot of items along the way. But I'm gonna buy one staff. And I think we received nunchaku, I think, from one of the chests. So we can just head back out, see if the armor shop has anything useful. And I think I'm going to buy some leather armors and bronze bracers for the two mages, so we all can wear the leather armor to get some more defense. So I'm buying 4. And 2 bronze bracers that I can equip on the two mages to increase their defenses. And then I'm going here to buy a spell, Poisona, or Poisona, however it is pronounced. But then we can head out and go to the side towards the big blue building. Then we can talk to this old guy at the bottom, and he tells us that we can use potions to cure, and we use one and cure him of his aching back. Thank you, youngsters. And we receive some echo herbs. Then we can walk inside of this big blue house and into the middle, and we can talk to the elders of the village. It's Topapa, the elder who raised the 4 orphans. Topapa, I know, to think that you 4 would be chosen by the light. Hubert, Riley, Ryan, and Andy. You must understand that such a meeting was not mere chance. The crystal willed you to it, such is its power. Your souls have been touched by light. You cannot let the strength you've been granted go for nothing. You must depart at once and seal away the powers of darkness. And that's basically what I say. Safe travels. It's Homak, one of the town elders. In order to understand the power you've been granted by the crystal, you need to blah blah something. It's Nina, motherly figure to the 4 orphans. Take care of your journey. You know how I worry so. Yes, mother dear, and yes, Pappies. Yes, the spirits had told me exactly what befell you. Go and speak to the elders. And now we can head out of the village to, well, maybe I'll better sleep a little. And you can go into the inn and just interact with one of the beds and choose rest, and your HP and MP will be restored. And party is well rested, HP and MP restored. I told you so. Anyway, you can make it outside and towards the south. So directly south we have the village of, I believe it's Kairu. Casus. My bad. Yikes! Boink, 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 boink. I'm sorry, I thought you might be a ghost too. While traveling the west, I came upon this accursed town. I'd stay away from them even if I were you. It's full of ghosts. Well, that sounds a bit weird. So anyway, head towards the blue house and into the forest, and follow the trail up to the left, and you find a staff. Continue up and you will find Mithril Helm and Zeus Wrath. and then you can head back in the hidden path, hidden trail. And let's check out what he was talking about. Let's head into one of the shops. Hey, they are kind of see-through. The Djinn cursed turned all something into this state. So some evil Djinn has cast a curse on the town or something like that. Anyway, we can head in towards the inn, walk up towards the bottle, head right, then up, and then to our left to receive a potion. And then we can head back and talk to this fellow up here. Sid's the name. I am from Canaan, but the boulder in Nell Valley is blocking my way home. Now I'm stuck here. Figured I'd spend the night here at the end, and then this happened. What is my wife gonna say? Say, wanna take the airship for a spin? It's parked under the desert to the west of town. In return, think you can do something about this here predicament? You learned where to find Sid's airship. It's in the desert to the west. So that is the desert just outside of the town to your left. And we can get up here into the bedrooms, and we can choose either side and pick the bed, interact with it, and choose to rest, and your health will be restored, as well as your magic power. So now we're heading out, and let's see what's up here. Head in here and pick the item, potion from the urn on the top, and then you can head on out. And there seems to be some kind of a cave in the back of the town, and we will explore that later on. For now, we can just head out and back to the map and head out to this forest area, run around a little bit to fight some berserkers and other things, just to add to our bestiarity. Because we need to get to approximately level 5 or so to stand a chance in the area we're going to. So we're just standing here, running around, fighting some enemies until we reach level 5. So we encountered those berserkers, and then we run around some more until we are able to fight some werewolves. They can hit pretty hard if they get good hit in. So just keep an eye on your health bar. But once that's done, we can just run around a little more, and until we encounter these killer bees. Hiya! Shouldn't really be any problem. And then we just run around some more and reached level 5, and then I'm head back to the city. I kept encountering the same enemies, but I reached level 5, so I'm heading back to the city just to rest up a little and refill some HP and MP. So I'm choosing the left bed this time, just to show you that doesn't matter which side you choose or pick, you're able to rest in them both. So there we can see we have 5 items out of 5 in this village, and there is no treasure chests. So now we can head back out, and we are going to the desert to find Sid's airship. It's right here in the middle of this desert area. And so we just run on board and interact with the control. And voila, we fly out where it's parked. And we head up to the left and park in front of this castle, which is Castle Sasune. And well, seems to be one guard here at least. And we're heading in the western tower, and there is enemies in this tower, just so you are aware. And we receive a holy arrow in that, and a high potion in the other chests, and then we get to fight and get back attacked by some zombies. And just to get more power, you have to switch row, because now you're in the back row and you're not doing much damage. So use the arrows and switch row, so you move further forward and are able to do more damage. And then we can start attacking again. And it shouldn't really be any problems to take care of these. Then we have to run a little more, because there's one more entry that we need, and it is these: Dark Eye and Red Wisp. And as you notice, they kind of look familiar or similar to the enemies we faced before, just a different color, but they shouldn't really be any problem. Then we can continue to head up the tower and open this chest that contains monsters. Well, at least one, and it's a griffin. And this can be pretty hard. It can hit pretty hard with its magic. So just keep an eye out on your health bar. See, he cast fire on my black mage, and the black mage is down to 12 in health points. So let's see if we can heal him up a little bit and heal the party just in case. And we didn't even get a chance to heal, but oh well. We can always get that later, but we get the white slayer for the red mage, which we don't have at the moment. But anyway, once you're done equipping and healing and all that stuff, you can head back down the tower and fight some enemies if necessary, and then we head to the right tower, which doesn't have any enemies in it, so we can head up, open these chests. That has an antidote in the right one and eye drops in the left one. And then we can head all the way up, and we have a bed that contains a phoenix down in one of the chests on the left, and wooden arrow and a bow in the chest on the right side. And then we can interact with the bed. Let's take a nap in the princess bed. So we sneak a little rest in the princess bed, and our HP is restored and we feel rested. And then we can head back down and out of the castle, I believe, but we'll check it out. We can head into the main gate, and it looks like we have some invisible or see-through people here. The Djinn curse seems to be here as well. The Djinn's curse seems to be all over. Some beds here, I guess.